Hey, beautiful souls.
We are your hosts for the Bitter to Beautiful podcast. I'm Coach Charmin D, and I'm kind of loud, but I keep it heartfelt and real.
And I'm Coach Blonette, and I'm kind of reserved, but I keep it compassionate and honest.
Together, we will help you take your bitterness
and make it into something beautiful.
Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another episode of Bitter to Beautiful. I am Coach Charmin D, your host, and today we're going to dive into my own personal journey. Episode 7, From Bitter Beginnings to Beautiful Growth. Basically talking about how I moved from being bitter to beautiful. I need to be honest and transparent. My journey from bitter to beautiful had its challenges, its ups and its downs, and very interesting, when I say interesting moments. But in coming episodes, I will share my journey in details. But today, I'm going to walk you through the surface and the emotions that came from the experience to help you understand how bitter beginnings can evolve into beautiful growth. It's possible. It's possible. Just a disclaimer. I am not a therapist and I don't know everything and I don't speak for anybody. All I can tell you is my truth. I can only share my truth with hopes that it may help someone become unstuck, move past bitterness, and transfer into being beautiful. Let's see. But I do have to tell you that that's a choice. It's a choice that no one else can make for you. You have to choose to forgive, to let go, and to believe that you are more than enough. Just like I had to choose to believe what God was saying about me, that I was worthy, courageous, faithful, resilient, and a conqueror. It is a choice. It's not enough just to know, but you have to believe it. You have to choose to believe it. And as I said before, I'm just going to touch on the surface of what transpired in my life more than 2 years ago. In future episodes, I will get a little deeper and give the whole entire story. Let's start where bitter took root. There were moments where bitterness seemed to overshadow everything. Gotta be honest, when I say everything, I don't honestly even recognize when I was bitter, how I was bitter, if I was bitter. I just knew that I was angry, frustrated, and upset, and sick and tired of being sick and tired. But we know it was like planting seeds in tough soil, not knowing if anything beautiful would ever grow. Like it was, Lord. If I had to explain the emotion that accompanied the pain that the betrayal cast, it cast a shadow so dark that I couldn't even see a light at the end of the tunnel. And you know that when we're going through storms, we look for that light at the end of the tunnel, and I couldn't even see that. It was actually paralyzing. It seemed like every time I was trying to take a step forward, it was impossible because that's how hurt I was. The pain in my heart was so great that I couldn't breathe at times. I found myself praying to God, saying, if you could just take the pain away, Lord, I can handle going through this, but I can't move forward with this weight on my heart. I prayed and I prayed. Have you ever been there before? If you have, you know it's tough. It's really tough to get past that type of pain. It's almost as if you feel your heart breaking. But it reminds me of Psalms 23:4, where it says, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Scriptures became my comfort. It became my compass. It became my all in all. because it guided me through the darkest valleys. It turned the pages of my life and it helped me discover each new chapter, even the bitter ones. But it brought me closer to growth. It helped me to see where God was taking me. Wow. Now let's chat about the good stuff because it wasn't all bad. It started off bad. Its foundation was bad, but because of it, it taught me a lesson and I was able to pivot and move forward and not get stuck in the bad. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. And that's the place where I was struggling because all I could think about is what I could think about. I didn't even think about what God was saying about me initially. I was just thinking about what did I do wrong? How do I fix this? And it was, yeah, it was serious. But what I realized is that I needed a way to be unstuck. And the only thing that would help me do that if I focus on my calling, what God had called me to be, who God said I was. And I had to change my thought process. So I had to think of moments or reflect on gratitude and being happy and having joy, which was, listen, it was hard. It was hard. It was hard. As I reflect on where I started from, I had to be thankful because this journey taught me and showed me who I was. Philippians 4:6 became my mantra. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, gratitude, thanksgiving, present your request to God. Initially, I presented my request to God when the pain was so hard that I couldn't deal with it. And he was able to help relieve me of that pain. And I was able to move forward. And that's what brings me here today. So with all that said, I want you to think about a time in your life when you turned a bitter experience into a profound growth, a way to grow. What was that moment for you? What was it like? How was that experience? Think about that. Just a thought. Just think about it. In sharing this personal testimony, my hope is that it resonates with those who have faced similar despair. There's a strength in vulnerability, and there's also a solace in knowing that indeed, even in the deepest bitterness, there's a source of comfort and healing beyond our understanding, and it is Jesus. May your heart find peace, and may your journey from bitterness to beauty to be guided to an enduring light of divine grace. So here's some nuggets, just some nuggets for you to hold on to. Just like a plant needs nourishment to grow, our personal growth requires intentional care. For us to grow, we have to be intentional about growing. We need to create positive environment that foster an atmosphere that encourages optimism, resilience, and personal well-being, which includes mindset shifts. Your mind is key. Can I tell you the things you think when you're going through some things? You got to shift your mind. You got to think of positive things. You have to actively work on shifting your mindset towards positivity. Got to be positive. You have to surround yourself and make intentional choices about physical surroundings. This may include decluttering your own space, incorporating elements that bring you joy, and ensure your environment reflects positivity. You got to be positive because if you don't be positive, you'll continue to be stuck. Healthy habits. Captivate positive habits that contribute to overall well-being. This can range from maintaining a healthy lifestyle through exercises and nourishment, engaging in activities that bring joy and relaxation. Listen, sis, you have to rest. You cannot do this without self-care. Self-care is key. And I'm not just talking about getting a pedicure and a manicure. I'm talking about resting, getting the rest that you need, eating the proper foods, going for a massage, spending time with you. It's okay to take some time for yourself. Lastly, surround yourself with a supportive environment. People who are going to influence you in a positive way. Can I be honest? I had an amazing community that supported me through this. 5 a.m. session, token session, the Great Emerge, resourceologists in Clubhouse. These women, when I tell you, they were such a support. And I gotta honestly say, I know for a fact that these women and being in that environment helped me to find my voice again, because the pain was so great, I lost it. But being around these women helped me to find my voice again. So, positive relationships, building nurturing relationship with individuals who uplift, encourage, and support your growth journey. Mentors or coach. Seek guidance from mentors or role models who inspire and guide you. Mentorship offers valuable insight, advice, a source of motivation, and helps you to navigate personal development. Coaches, I have an amazing coach. If I can do a shameless plug, Dr. Tavis Taylor, she has inspired me to do things that I never thought would be possible. I gotta tell you, never thought would be possible. That woman of God is awesome. But she's mine, so I don't. I might not share. Um, in essence, by consciously incorporating these elements into your life, you will not only nourish your own personal growth, but it will also create a foundation for sustained flourishment and fulfillment. So beautiful people. From bitter beginnings to beautiful growth, it's an ongoing journey. And I'm still learning. I'm still growing. Remember, Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, there's a time for everything, a season for every activity under the heavens. Thank you for joining me in this intimate journey today. Until next time, keep embracing your journey, keep growing, and most importantly, keep blooming beautifully. We hope that you will continue to join us as we grow from bitter to beautiful, transforming pain into power, one heart at a time. We invite you to tune in weekly as our new episodes release every Saturday on stream sites such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Listen Notes. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more inspiring episodes. We're thrilled that you're joining us for this transformational journey, and we believe that bitter is not better nor beautiful. Until next time, keep tuning in for the better experience. Take care and God bless.